it just gave very much, because this was my spot. And then the bouncer even had said, he told me, he's like, oh, you always good. Like, he has to pay. You always good. I think it was more of like a pride thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was more so like, oh, this is your spot. Well, I shouldn't have to pay because this is your spot. So I should get the privilege that you also get. And it's like, well, no, you're still a man. What's up, my ganja kings and queens? Welcome back to the Smoker Circle, and if you are new, welcome. Today we're talking about boundaries and how sometimes they can feel lonely and isolating. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're starting with a blank canvas. I have a pimple right here. If you mention it, you're anti-black. But as you know, I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, and then I'll be right back. We are gonna have a little chit chat about boundaries, and not in a way of enforcing boundaries or anything like that, but how boundaries can affect you. And what I mean by that is, speaking for myself, if you saw my unconventional ways of dating video, then you kind of got a little bit of an inside scoop on some of the boundaries that I set in place, not only with dating, but with any type of connection, be it friendship, family. Just, if things don't feel good to me, then I walk away from the connection immediately. But when you have such strong boundaries, it can make you feel a bit isolated. Like, I know for me, especially with the spring equinox just passing on the 20th, I wanted to clear out even more stagnant energy that I had with connections that I felt that weren't going anywhere. And that's made my phone dry as fuck. Like, my phone wasn't popping at first, but when I tell you, I've just completely cut out whatever wasn't serving me. Oh baby, it got real. And real in the best way, because what I'm doing is clearing out space to allow what I want to naturally align to me. And it's important that you trust that process. And this is literally me talking to myself, right? Because it's not easy. Like, it's not easy. It's hard sometimes, because you do just want to have like a connection or a friend, or, you know what I'm saying? Just not to feel so alone. But I'm not alone, because I'm making space for better connections, and I have to trust that. But I'm not going to say that I'm not human and I don't crave connection in ways that might not be beneficial to me long term, or that might go against what I claim that I actually want, right? I've completely stopped entertaining anything online, like not answering DMs, none of that. Only strictly meeting people outside. And I go outside a lot by myself. Actually, I pretty much love it. But I also feel that, especially with this age that we're in and how everything is so digital and we have just all this easy access on our fingertips, it's also made it easy for me to just get comfortable and be like, oh, you know what? I don't feel like going out and actually formulating real connection, I'll just answer this DM because I'm bored. But 9 times out of 10, it doesn't turn into anything, and it becomes very much pen pal energy, or the type of energy that I claim that I don't want to entertain anymore. But just because I'm bored or wanting attention, I do it. I'll also say that it's not the easiest thing to admit either. Like, to admit that to myself, because I do hold myself to such like a strong standard, and I have such strong standards, right? But I will say that sometimes I've been them standards a little bit. I've been those standards. And I'll give you an example. Now, this is a completely vulnerable fucking moment, okay? This is me being 100% vulnerable because I trust y'all. But a few weeks ago, during the retrograde, I will add, this was during the retrograde, so not too much on me. But I had one of my exes from like 10 years ago hit me up, and I was actually thinking about them around their birthday. Their birthday is in February, and I was actually thinking about them around their birthday. I don't know why, but it was just weird because it was just like this influx of like randomly me thinking about them. And I didn't reach out to them or anything. I just was like, okay, that's weird. But then I had checked my DM just randomly one day, and I had seen that they messaged me like 3 weeks ago around the time that I was thinking about them. And I'm like, yo, that's fucking freaky. So, you know, my spiritual ass is like, oh, this is a sign from the universe. Like, I'm like, oh, so that's so crazy. So around the time that I was thinking about them, they actually reached out to me. How fucking weird. So I responded back, and I told them. And I'm like, oh, you know what's crazy is that around the time that you had messaged me, I actually, for some reason, you were on my mind. It was so weird. And it's actually like coming in and seeing that you messaged around that literal time is really crazy, right? So we go back and forth, and then they're like, oh, well, do you want to have lunch with me? And I'm like, sure. Like, I am somebody that I feel like if we were in a relationship, like a real relationship, not the talking shit, but if we were in a real relationship, I feel like we have a type of connection, even if it's not meant to be romantic. I like something about you. It might not have worked out romantically, but I do feel that, I don't want to necessarily say that we can be friends, but I don't feel any bad blood towards any of my exes. Like, I don't feel like fuck that nigga or nothing like that, because at a point I did love you, right? And that might not be the best thing for me, because not forgiving in a way of like, yes, let's get back together, but in a way of like, if they hit me up and be like, hey, you want to catch up, like, I'm down to do it. So it's like, sure, when it's somebody new, I have no problem enforcing those boundaries, but when it's someone that I was with, I don't feel like I need to be much of an enforcer, because I feel that they already know. Like, you've been in an actual relationship with me, you know what the fuck to do and not to do, to a certain extent, because if you did, we wouldn't have you broke up in the first place. But I digress. Anyway, we go out. It's like literally the next day. I didn't have any plans, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And we go out. It's actually like really fun. They had planned a few spots, and I was like, oh, like, that's so awesome. I love a good outing, girl. I'm an out girly. I love to go out. I love to have fun. So I was totally with it. Now, everything was good until toward the end of the night. So this is like the last spot, and it's a spot that I frequent. And I'm like, oh, you guys, like, you gotta go to this club. Like, this is my spot. Like, we have to go there. So we go there, and immediately I go to the front. It's a club. So I go to the front, and, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, this is the person I brought with me. and they had on a hat, which I was literally like, take the fucking hat off. But they also had on a hoodie. So the whole thing, like hat, hoodie thing, it didn't mesh. And what I mean is that there's nothing wrong with that, but the place that I go to, they're not gonna let you in with that. And if it wasn't for somebody that I was already close to, I would have also been like, yeah, fuck no. But anyway, I get them to, be like, okay, that's cool, you can come in. But it's a guy, so they're gonna charge you a cover. They charge like $20. And he's like, oh, I don't have it. I'm like, what do you fucking mean you got $20? Like, besides the point. But I'm like, oh, okay. So I already started walking in. I'm thinking like, okay, he's just gonna tap his card, whatever. I'm already inside. Like, I'm already walking in. And then he like calls my name and he's like, oh, like, do you have it for the cover? And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, did I have it for the cover? Yeah, I did, but I'm not doing that in the presence of a male. That's crazy. So we end up leaving, and it was just kind of embarrassing because it's like, I wanted to show you, like, I was excited to show you a little bit of my world, but it was just kind of crazy to me. Like, and it was so crazy because the next day, he reaches out to me and he asked me like, hey, what are you doing today? I would love to pop out with you. And I need to be clear that he uses the word pop out. And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. We'll just see. So on the car ride back, when he was dropping me off after the shit that happened at the club, I asked him, I was like, just curious. I'm like, did you not have it for the cover or did you not have it, period? He's like, oh yeah, like I didn't have it for the cover. I also didn't have it for drinks. Mind you, this was a Friday. And I was like, oh, okay. You should have told me that before we went to the next spot, but totally okay, whatever. So then when the next day came and he's like, oh, what are you doing? I want to pop out with you. It sounds like you need to get your finances in order, sir. What do you mean? Like, at that point, I'm confused. Because, again, I said it was a Friday, so I don't know who the fuck get paid on Saturdays. But it's just like, I don't know who get paid on Saturday, but it just gave very much, because this was my spot. And then the bouncer even had said, he told me, he's like, oh, you always good. Like, he has to pay. You always good. I think it was more of like a pride thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was more so like, oh, this is your spot. Well, I shouldn't have to pay because this is your spot. So I should get the privilege that you also get. And it's like, well, no, you're still a man. That's not gonna work. But I use that example because if I had stricter boundaries with that, the whole situation could have been prevented, right? But I also think that it's a canon event because it taught me that even though you have history of a connection and it might feel nice to be like, damn, it'll be fun to be around somebody that I already feel comfortable with, that I already have like a rapport with, but that necessarily the best thing for you, and it shouldn't negate the boundaries that you already have in place, right? So, excuse me? My God. I'm fighting with my blush. And apparently it's winning. And, 1 second. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, this is actually starting to be quite, this is getting devastating. I have devastating news. Whew. All right. So that was just kind of where I'm at with it. Like, just keeping those boundaries strong, period. And also in a way of not allowing the quiet moments to make me fall back into patterns or make me entertain energy that no longer serves me. And like I said in the beginning, it's not easy, but it's absolutely necessary. With that being said, I am going to take myself out today on a little solo date. It is beautiful here. It's like 75 and it's maybe the second warmest day of the year that we've had so far. So I definitely want to enjoy it and not just keep myself cooped up in my apartment, which I be good for sometimes. And also, like, I'll be on some, well, if I don't have to spend my money type shit, you know, because who don't want to save a dime, especially in this economy? So I'd be like, yeah, if I don't have to spend my money and, you know, I could go out on someone else's dime, that'd be great. And fair. But also, sometimes it's nice to just enjoy that energy by yourself. And I am somebody that enjoys going out, but I also, well, let me rephrase that. I'm somebody that enjoys going out alone because I feel like I meet so many great people when I'm by myself. But I also think that it's healthy to push yourself, even though you would feel better having kind of like that crutch, right? Like, yeah, I'll have somebody already there with me. I wouldn't have to pay for anything, you know, what have you. But no, fuck that shit. I'm going to enjoy my nights. I'm going to have fun. And that's tea. We did do full glam because we are going out. The only thing I need to do is add my bendy. I think I want to put my hair up only because it's warm and your girl run real hot. Okay, I run real hot. So I think I'm gonna put my hair up, put my bendy on, and then I'll show you the final look. This is the final looks. Put the hair up, little messy moment. This is a sundress. I don't think I'm gonna wear that because it feels good, but it don't feel that good. It's like, and you know it's gonna get a little bit colder, but I don't have to wear a jacket tonight, so W's for that. Also, just want to let you know, if you are feeling a little bit lonely or if you think that you're going through this alone, trust me, girl, you're not, and I'm here for you. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. I love you guys. Bye.